job is always causing stress. All I ever do is work, I don't get no rest. I know Thursday night is on the way. Down in trouble waters, the nights where the pay. Oh, me a drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away. I know that I'll be among my friends. The pipes where the page goes live again.
Hi, good morning, everybody. What's cooking? Hey, Michael, you can always turn it down, buddy. Hey, Kimmy, what's cooking? Hey, Susie. Let's see here. Turn it on. There we go. Got the lights on. All right, what's up? Let me get the comments rolling here. See what's going on. Blustery day. What's up, Donald? What's up, Joy Lee? Whitney, what's up, buddy? Storm went right over Whitney's house. What's up, Palma? Jamelia, what's cooking? Nancy, what's up, Jolie? It's football. Hey, Dale, what's up, partner? Yeah, all right. So, I had to pay up, Carl. Yeah, what did I bet? I forget. Did I bet money? It was a hurricane in the middle atmosphere. It just wasn't on the ground. So technically 100 feet above the ground, it was a hurricane. So I'm never wrong. The only thing that I was definitely wrong about was the Saturday rain in Florida. Holy cow! It was definitely more than expected. That's for sure. But hey, the precipitous water map never lies. There was a lot of juice in the atmosphere, man, and it definitely did not disappoint, man. We had major rain, even in Jacksonville yesterday, all the way to South Georgia. I mean, rain. We had more tornado warnings last night. So when this is so reminiscent of for me, every time a tropical system hits land and makes landfall, I usually crash. And man, last night we went to eat at our local surf shack. And I posted it made landfall, and man, it was like I had a couple drinks and I was done. So it was good. What's up, Kathy? Good morning. Good morning, Allison. North Carolina rain. Yeah, we got rain this morning in Oldsmar. Holy cow, and it's tropical. All the windows are foggy here at home. 100% humidity, man. All the windows in the house are wet. That means that moisture is coming out of the ground right now. And steaming things up, man. Neighbors are probably wondering what's going on in my house, man. We got foggy windows. Surf Shack. That's a good place, Jonathan. Have you ever been there? Hey, Valerie. What's up, Hilton Head? All right, so let's say hey to Louie real quick. Louie's napping on my lap. There's our boy. Say hi, Louie. We're trying to get him to learn to wave. He knows the camera's right there. He's looking at himself. There's our little Frenchie, official dog of Mike's Weather Page. He's been around a lot. We take him storm chasing, and we do some meet and greets around town and hang out with the fans, and everybody gets to meet him. So he's a good boy. And cheers to the Louie Bug. There's your morning Louie. What's up, Deuce? All right, so let's talk about the tropics, right? You want to talk about the weather? Talk about Cristobal. Cristobal's still gonna be in the news for a little bit, a couple more days. Cristobal's heading north now. Obviously, looking at radar here, we still got a chance for storms in the upper Gulf northward. Danny, Cristobal took your dock. Oh my goodness, that's not good news. Sorry to hear. Hey, Deb. Brittany, hurricane season is going to be active. Maybe we can just make him sleep right here. He likes to sleep. All right, so let me put him down. He'll get mad at me a little bit. He'll be like, darn it, Dad. All right, so we got a little bit to talk about the tropics. I'm not going to ramble on for an hour today. Nothing in Mexico, Chantel. Yeah, Bill, yeah, he's looking wide awake. Sarah's doing TikToks in her bedroom, so you're probably going to hear the birds a little more this morning. All right, so let's talk about the immediate weather threats. First and foremost, of course, we always start out thanking our Facebook Live sponsor, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Our friends and family folk, they love us. And I found the perfect picture. Look at that. Wouldn't you rather be drinking that than working this morning, Monday morning? Dave, we can do that. Good question. Thanks, Al Clark. Appreciate that. Over in New Orleans, you're going to get some lingering storms. We're going to talk about that. But anyway, here's a picture of the day from ABC Fine Wine. That makes me want to go on a cruise. And if you remember, before coronavirus hit, we were talking about doing a weather cruise next spring break. We have one of our fans, Sean, is putting together a weather cruise, and we're still on for March of next year. I know not as many people are going to go cruising, but we're rebels. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be the brand new Carnival Mardi Gras ship. They haven't even built it yet. So if you're into weather, and we'll be posting more about that. All right, so let's talk about the immediate weather threats. And then, I got this link up. I'm going to share this here in a little bit, but our musical guy, Andy Simmons, the one that wrote all our songs, he's starting up a Andy Simmons show. I was his first guest. It's 30 minutes long, and I'll share the link. But there's me. That's what I look like, in case you're wondering. So I'll post that. So thanks, Andy, for having me on your show. I actually did 4 podcasts last week. It was pretty neat. There's a couple of them coming out. So he did a good job. I'll share the link on that. For sure. Oh, and here's my funny picture. I'm not selling this shirt. I'm not. Somebody asked me if it was for sale, but anyway, I made this board yesterday. Tequila makes my clothes fall off, right? But for Cristobal, it was tequila makes my center fall apart. So there you go. All right. So let's take a look at what's cooking. All right, so obviously Cristobal's still around. It's still a tropical depression. It's going to go north. It's still going to maintain tropical characteristics as it nears Chicago. So technically, it's still going to have a warm core, tightly wrapped center heading up through Illinois and Wisconsin tomorrow. Hey Whitney, yeah, you know the slosh models. Yeah, we had surge. The only thing I've learned over the years with these bigger, wider, deeper pressure systems is you can't get caught up on the wind speed. It had the pressure of a low, 992, 993. That definitely creates a larger wind field, and thus the surge was a little higher, I think. Plus, we had high tide on Friday. So definitely surge was a little bit more for some folks probably anticipated because we've had tropical systems that were tiny, had the winds, maybe didn't have the pressure. Smaller system doesn't push as much water. So this is a big, wide, man. And if you saw me chasing that storm on Saturday night, it was incredible. We had the same thing yesterday. So anyway, this is what's happening. Moving northwest. Finally made that little turn. High pressure right here to the east. So the forecast was really good. It went a little more east than expected at the end. I think that's just more to the center relocation. It was such a ragged system when it came off of the Yucatan that the center was bouncing around there at the end. And overall, the main core, I think middle levels was still right on track. Middle Louisiana. But official landfall is a tick to the east. All right, so we still have surge. No, we don't. They took them off. That's good. That was just posted at 8 a.m. So water levels remain elevated, but they're slowly going down. So that's good, obviously, as the low pressure goes to the north. So surge is disappearing. Let's see, current rain maps. This is the big story left, and we got storms today. So 2 to 4 inches all the way up Mississippi Valley here, up through Great Lakes. We got an approaching front. Front's coming along, going to merge with it. Actually, it could be the weather for the upper Gulf Panhandle here we're going to show here during the week. So there's that. Let's take a look at some other stuff here. Storm potential map. Let's look at this real quick. This is the biggest threat today. Obviously, we have we had a Direcco yesterday too in the out west, but there's approaching front. It's going to get sucked up into, but we do have storm chances today, and I'll show you that as the daytime heating comes, as we get another little rain shower here in Oldsmar. Isn't that crazy, man? Tropical rain bands flying through Florida today. It's pretty awesome. We got sunshine, rain, sunshine, rain. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, it's going to be off and on. You guys got a nice few days. It could get a little rainy toward the end of the week. Not a lot. Hey, what's up, Frank from Newport Richie? What's up, Stephanie? I'm waking up. Tropical, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We could have our next spot we're watching brewing down in the Western Caribbean next week. So anyway, here's the storm threat today. A lot of discussion on it, but basically just our normal squalls that we get. The remnants of Cristobal could pose a risk for a few tornadoes across Mississippi, Alabama, and Mid-South region. So storms are still there. You know, we have daytime heating. We got these squalls still spinning in. These are going to whip their way around. So, you know, if somebody asks about New Orleans, as this goes north, we can still get some action off the Gulf. So, you know, the threat's not over, definitely, for severe weather. You can have isolated tornadoes with these cells, just like we did yesterday in Florida again. In fact, we had an official tornado, and I posted an incorrect graphic the other day. I have to show you. We did not have 11 tornadoes in Florida. It showed 11, but I forgot that it includes the rest of the country. I was focused on Florida. So here is the tornado map that I posted, and it said 11 tornadoes, but it actually included a couple in the Midwest here. So I think Florida had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tornadoes on Saturday across Central Florida, and I was underneath 2 of them. Hey Betty, what's cooking there? You have a tail? You got some tail? Yeah, I know. You got rain train tails, man. The tail of Cristobal. Crazy low tides in Savannah? That's interesting. Usually the water blows away on these systems, but mobile bay still high, John. Yep. But anyway, so and then yesterday, so yesterday we had 2 reported tornadoes, Lake City, and one close to Orlando again yesterday. So here you go. So we had 9, 10 tornadoes for 2 days here in Florida. Kind of uncharacteristic, like actually where we had the tornado watch, we didn't have any. Everything was off way to the east. So all that instability definitely brought the storms up. And man, there was some incredible videos and pictures and whatnot. So yeah, let's talk about rain. Let's talk about tropics. Brian, full moon tides, the highs and lows. Let's see if I can show you my video in case you missed it, because I wish I would have done more. I was more worried. So I was driving on Interstate 4. And man, I wish I took better video of that. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, that was an amazing shelf cloud. I took that driving. It was very intense. And I actually did a live that was pretty impressive here. I got out of the car, and you can see it. I got right in front of it, and I was right underneath it. I was underneath the shelf cloud as it rolled through, and it was massive. That was the one that spawned a couple tornadoes in Florida on Saturday night. And it was interesting. So, all right, so tornado threats here. Here's current radar. We got isolated bands of rain still coming up through Florida even. Although, Jacksonville getting rain again. You can click on the National Weather Service radar. Now let's talk about tropics before I lose everybody. Let's look at National Weather Service radar real quick. See what's cooking here in Jacksonville, and do a little loop. You can see the rain's pulling northward. So Jacksonville got a little rocky again this morning. We got more rain going up through Lake City, Gainesville. Spotty rain through Tampa Bay area. And then obviously when you go a little bit farther to the west here, we got the bands of Cristobal right here. So we got flash flood warnings going on right here. Flood warnings in effect here on the state line, Mississippi. Rain train, and look at that. You got some of these areas are gonna get some pretty heavy rain here, just east of Biloxi northward. Look at that. So we get these rain trains, and it just continues. So flood potential is there. Look at this. All these green are flood watches, and currently we have flood warnings, flash flood warning. Lots of flood warnings. So, all right, cool. There's that. Sheila, I have not seen Sheila. Cindy, who's Sheila? Hey, Dave. Deep Gulf, Central America. All right. Well, the Central America gyre is pretty fascinating. So this time of year, you have, it's not showing up as much, but we have east winds to the north, we have west winds to the south, and it's like and obviously low pressure systems spin counterclockwise. So you get enhanced spinach in the upper atmosphere, basically, from these winds. Kind of what happens when you get systems out in the Atlantic here. You have south winds turning north winds down, and it actually starts to create spin. So when you get these stronger winds early in the season, it creates a larger low pressure system area, and it just promotes tropical activity. We get a lot of Pacific storms that brew from this general low pressure spinach, and we get the occasional CAG pull up like this one. Now the next area we're watching, I'm going to show everybody, but this is it's more early in the season as the winds promote it. Like right now, you can see it's a little more not as defined as it was last week, but when we were showing the winds last week, we had a lot more west winds helping promote this general pattern here of large general low pressure area across both sides. So it's kind of a neat phenomenon, and of course that was enhanced by our MJO Kelvin wave that came across. And right now we're in a non-conductive environment for the next couple of weeks as far as the Kelvin wave goes, and this helps promote thunderstorm activity too. So this is more sinking air, which doesn't enable as many storms as when we have a green area, which is rising air. And rising allows thunderstorms to brew a lot easier. So it's a neat phenomenon that travels the earth. It's like a pulse. It's like a wave, and it's definitely helps encourage thunderstorms when we're in a green positive state. So pretty neat. If that makes sense. I'm learning too. Everybody learns. And see now this, toward the first part of July, we'll have a more enhanced. So if there were any low pressure, this doesn't mean it's going to develop. It just means that if there was a low pressure system out here, then it would be enhanced as long as everything else. And remember, this system was very fascinating to watch because it was all influenced by this huge high pressure that was to the west, and it's still kind of showing up here. All this dry air ended up coming around and separating our system and pushing that big east push into Florida, and the dry air ultimately kept it from developing anymore. I mean, it definitely had winds, flight level winds that were a lot stronger. They just, because the low pressures never fully developed and we had dry air, none of that low pressure winds that the hurricane hunters found made it down to the surface. So it was definitely, some people said it was the strongest 50-mile-an-hour storm they ever witnessed. So, hey Casper, what's cooking, man? Savage Sky. I will take a look at Savage Sky's Facebook. All right, so let's look long range on Tropics before I lose everybody, because right now nobody wants to talk about the storms right now. So we got this little guy. This one definitely showed up 10% now. It's a tail end of a front, and it's only 10%. Never really looked like it would have made it to the east coast to worry about anyways. But it is highlighted, so nothing to worry about here as of yet. It's only 10%, and if anything, it looks like it could develop, meander around, maybe bring some rains to Bermuda, but eventually it dies again. So let's look at that. As we look into the future, let's take a look. Well, let's show you the future radar since I opened up these maps. Hey, Carla, that's a cool compliment. Woody, what's up, Woody? It should be nice Wednesday, man. Yellow spots don't have a chance, no. So here's the rain. Here's what we got cooking. So we got a front coming across middle U.S. right here. Boom. It sucks up Cristobal. And this is on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty normal weather pattern in the south. Can't really predict rains. They come and go. No big high pressure system. But the front on Wednesday starts to bring some juice to the upper Gulf. Not a lot of rain chances, but if you're wondering why the rain chances could be up for you, it's because of this front. This is Wednesday morning. And then some energy here on the bottom side of this high gets sucked up in the front. So the overall rain chances do increase on Wednesday, Thursday here across the south. Doesn't mean it's going to be a washout by any means. It just means the rain chances are up a little bit. And there's our front. This is Friday. Lingering. Not a lot of rain. We'll show a rain map. So there's that, and then it kind of just hangs around and dissolves a little bit. And here's the area we're going to be watching for the tropics. So I'll talk about that here in a few seconds. So lingering tail over front, tropical wave. So that could be the next spot to watch. All right, so there's that. Let's look at rain totals real quick. We'll look at 24-hour rain map as we go in time. So let's go to tomorrow. We'll just kind of put it in motion here. And so the highest rain chances really, this is Thursday. So there's our front. We talked about this front. So there it is. Could be some rains in Carolinas come Thursday. These are 24-hour rain totals. So it could be pretty heavy rains here across middle Carolina. And then moves to South Carolina. So rain Friday. So Florida doesn't look like it gets a lot. And here's that bubble of moisture we're watching for the tropics. So the rain chances, pretty light across the upper. A lot of people asking me about Destin and stuff. So really through the week here, Florida doesn't have a lot of chances for heavy rains. The biggest rain starts Thursday for North Carolina, and then into Friday, Saturday for South Carolina, maybe even some in Georgia as our front comes by. And then the weekend looks pretty good for everybody. A little bit of lingering rains, but there's that. So let me close that one out. GFS probably showing the same. So yeah, not a lot of weather this week to worry about. That's good. GFS showing a little less rain. So it's not going to be a washout by any means. So that's good, right? That's good. Things going waves, man. Thanks, Blizzard. Cool name, man. Blizzard. Yeah, we get something hyped up for a while, and then we get this little break, right? So we're getting a little break right now. Yeah, there's just no, we got a front coming down during the week, and that's really it. So if you're looking at weather during the week, later in the week, here's our front. This is Thursday, Friday. It's going to linger around, fall apart. So that's a big weather maker. Not really a big weather maker though. Storms tomorrow. Here you go. This is Wednesday. See, they're the leading edge of our front. So, but it'll be spotty. It's not going to be a rain out by any means. In fact, here's your 5-day rains. So nothing stressful. All right, tropics real quick. Tropics. So there's a lot of stuff on Twitter. Let's see if anything's cooking on Twitter. We got Bobby there talking. What's up, Bobby? She's showing the super duper map, Whitney's favorite map. Need a break to dry out. Yep, for sure. What's up, Tom? Wavy Waves. Need a break. What's up there? Pace, Florida. Where the heck's Pace, Florida? What's up, Ryan? Ever heard of Pace, Florida? Where's Pace, Florida? Oh, they even have a brick sign that says welcome. Oh, you're up that way. Okay, cool. Well, you got a little action. You know, I had a lot of people chime in that said that they had very little. That's because of that dry air that came up actually separated our system. You know, we had the main landfall, then we had a little breakage, and then we had the big stuff into the Florida Peninsula. Look at that. Pace has a rib shack. You ever been to the Shane's Rib Shack? Whitney, your guys showed the super duper map. Neato, man. Look at that, man. That looks like look at that cowboy burger. If I go to Pace, man, I'll be hanging out Shane's Rib Shack. It's going to be cool, Telford. Good point. Let's take a look at temps. Then we'll look at Tropics. I'm making everybody wait. Let's take a look at this. This is Tropical Tidbits, our buddy Levi's site. We can look at temps, see the cool down coming, and you can kind of see the front come through. There we go. So right here. So let's go. There's the front. Wednesday. So there we go. Yeah, 60s. You know, 63 Thursday morning, Louisiana. So you got a couple mornings in the 60s. Saturday morning. Sorry, Florida, you don't get it. But 60s, low 60s for Wednesday, Thursday morning. That's kind of cool, right? All right, so let's go to what's next. Down the road. All right, so down the road. Been watching it a long time, but there's been enough support now to at least keep talking about it. So anyway, so we got this week's front. It's going to stall over Florida this weekend. So there'll be already a little bit of low pressure from that. Then we got a wave kind of coming across. Sometimes all these merge together and just create a low pressure area that can spawn tropical systems. Boy, you got sunnies now. You're moving on up. So this is spot. This is next Saturday, actually, 13th of June. So we could start to see low pressure trying to develop. Very low chances on the Euro ensembles, but enough to talk about that could be the next spot to watch come up. That would be 7 days from now. So, you know, very weak signature, but there is enough support to kind of show it. The GFS is showing the same thing. If we go back to Levi's site, you'll see it. It's been popping up on the CMC too. Basic low pressure spinach. Nothing to worry about by any means. But, you know, we go to Monday of next week. Just kind of follow it along. You see it right here. This is next week. But, you know, a little vorticity in the atmosphere. Doesn't really, you know, develop it. But this is the time of the year that you watch any little beginnings of signs of low pressure. There it is on the CMC. Spinning a little bit. So that's really the only spot that I can see that we could be watching. There's the CMC, just broad low pressure area next Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, this is next Monday. So they're all showing it. You know, there's broad low pressure from the GFS. A couple of the runs had it develop. See, kind of here, last night's run. Let's see what it did. Didn't do much with it. It did. It pulled it north. See it right here. And then yesterday afternoon's run. There's a little bit more action next week. So you get the idea. I mean, it's weak. You know, it's showing up a week from Tuesday. Euro definitely showing just general weak low pressure system. Nothing to worry about. But, you know, it could bring in some tropical moisture early next week into Florida. So, you know, it's worth mentioning. I know we have a lot of long-range model lovers. So it's coming for you again. Yep. Yeah, Cindy, that's how these things start, you know. I mean, you get a little bit of spinach and boom, it's on like Donkey Kong. So, there's a few ensembles, very few, but a couple of the ensembles are showing it now, so nothing to worry about yet, obviously. I don't even think the GFS ensembles are really picking up on it, but we can still look. Looky. Cookie. Caribbean. And let's go 10 days out. 7 days. It's, general low pressure areas, so. Nothing confident yet, but, could be the next spot. That would be next weekend, so. If timing was right, it'd be next weekend. Basically it's the tail end of our front that we're watching this week. This helps lower pressures. And we have a bunch of waves coming across Africa now. Lots of, I gotta move some things around here because I have surface chart maps here, but then I have this one here. That's current though. These are future. So I gotta move. These are future chances. So I need to move these surface charts below this surface chart map. In fact, I can do that now because I don't want to forget. So I'll show you my program. This is how I do it, man. We got all these cool little things here. So I'm going to move, because I'm always looking when we do these things, trying to find maps. Now I can't even find the damn thing. Where the heck is it? Where did it go? Where did it go? There's the current. Here we go. Future. There we go. So we're going to move this little ensemble of text, and we're going to move it to this little ensemble of text, and then we're going to save it. So now I can find it. This is Mike's weather page. It's for Mike. Because I got to know where everything's at. Anyway, what's up, Bobby? So yeah, there we go. All these tropical waves. Tropical wave. We got 4 of them out here. Look at that. So next weekend we could possibly see a little bit of brewerage down here. And there you go. Let me pull up something or two really cool. I gotta pull up my map here, mail, and give a shout out again. So Craig McClain from Lumpcon from Louisiana's Marine Lab said they're big fans of our site. And he shared me some links. Let me put these over here. And then we have the weather station. So this, I hope it's still showing. I thought this was fascinating. It is fascinating. So again, let's take a look at the storm surge. That's still up there. See, that's their dock. The dock was underwater yesterday. This is southernmost part of Louisiana right now. And they sent me these links we can look at. Yep. You got it, Bobby. I saw you and Duval talking. I was watching. I'm watching. Oh man, Louis left me a little present on my shirt. Things happen. Give that boy a diaper. He was excited to see me. So anyway, these guys are great. They're fans of our page, man. It's so awesome, Craig. Thank you so much. But this is live webcam looking south. That's a fish camp, I guess. Looking down to the Gulf. So water was up over the dock yesterday. And there's a truck out there. They're like, "How high is the water, Mama?" 6 feet high on the horizon. So anyway, here's the cool thing I wanted to show. This is the weather station. This is all kinds of data that they got on their site. But where's the water temp? So all right, still showing up. This is so fascinating to me. This is so cool, man. Look at this. So 2 days ago, the water temperature was 88 plus. Look at that. 88 degrees. And watch as the upwelling of the cooler Gulf water below pushes in. So as our storm churns, it pulls up water from deep below the surface. And that's this map here, the ocean heat content. This map shows that there's really not a lot of hot water below the surface right now. The sea surface temperature is hot. 83, 84 degrees sea surface temperature. But below the sea surface, it's not hot. And you got to have hot water below the surface for systems to continue to strengthen. What was interesting with Cristobal was it had a hot pocket down in the Bay of Campeche, but the water got cooler as you went north. But anyway, this map here is neat because it shows you how the water temp went from 88 to 79 degrees this morning. That's a huge drop in temperature in water. And that's because all that cool water that Cristobal pulled up from below the Gulf surface came to lower Louisiana. So the water temp went from 89 to 79 in 2 days, the water temp. I thought that was pretty neat. Pretty fascinating. There's still got 22-mile-an-hour winds down there, too. We can see on wind alert what kind of winds we're getting. Live winds, Shea Gibson's site. Still got tropical storm force sustained winds possibly out here on the water, 33 degrees. And you can see the gradual decrease, but look, we had winds, 40 plus sustained at this buoy. 50. So there's the winds coming up from the south. General curvage here coming around. Still pretty windy. So anyway, all right. What else cooking? La Nina. Oh yeah, somebody want. Oh yeah, let's talk about La Nina. So I actually have a couple links on my page too. By the way, there's I put it right here. La Nina page. And this has weekly outlooks you can read. Talking about what they're seeing. And this makes sense right here. This is everything. This is El Nino. This is El Nino, La Nina neutral. So when the Pacific cools off, which we're seeing right now, this is their 1 month average basically. When the Atlantic or Pacific waters cool off, it creates less shear over the Atlantic. So the Pacific's definitely cooling, which ultimately means we have A, no El Nino, and B, we're leaning toward a La Nina setup, which promotes tropical activity in the Atlantic. And that's because we have reduced shear in warmer waters. So they're talking a lot about. See, here's your weekly anomaly. This is the Pacific, but you can see the more and more blue. So the Pacific's definitely cooling. It's a natural phenomenon, but cooling Pacific leans toward a La Nina setup, which allows more Atlantic tropical activity. And it's fascinating. I also have another link over here, I believe. Different link. No, that's the same link. Let me see if I got the educational materials. There's a cool graphic I can find. I like pictures. I don't like reading. I'm a picture guy. Anyway, but that's what that is. So cooler Pacific means more tropical activity basically for the Atlantic. And they're talking a lot. Here's that setup next week we're talking about next weekend. A little bit of increased moisture in the Caribbean, lower Caribbean. So that's showing up here on our global tropics outlook map. So anyway, what else is cooking? MJO is primed. Yes, we're in a little negative phase right now, but we'll be back to positive soon. First part of July, into June. Doesn't mean anything. We could still. So somebody spelled spaghetti. Did I spell it wrong? Oh, wrong link. Sheila. So yeah, Sheila, you do what I do all the time. I cannot remember how to spell spaghetti. Um, that's why you can Google Mike's weather page and the same thing comes up. I think I own the domain Mike's weather page actually. I do. Look, you can type up mikesweatherpage.com and it pops up too. So if you ever forget how to spell spaghetti, you can just type up Mike's weather page. What's up, Jonathan? Cindy, sneaky lady. All right, anything else is good? What's up, Bobby? Yep, lots of pictures. Whitney, the MJO's a little negative next week. So it could be a little more drier conditions. We can see this moisture pop up here on the Euro, I'm pretty sure. There it is. There's weak low pressure. See? You kind of see it with the wind next Tuesday. This whole general area is wave Monday next week. So whether or not it does anything, that's kind of what we're watching. There's our front that dies out. A little bit of leftovers. And then, here's the early next week weather. So if anything, the chances are going to be up for tropical juice to invade the southeast early next week if anything does not develop. So yeah, everybody got hey Dan, what's up? Nothing. We were just watching Cristobal and nothing tropical yet to worry about. That's good. There's a lot of rain. We still have storm threats today to worry about. Definitely. So we're not forgetting about Cristobal. We got storms predicted later this afternoon up here. Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. So storm chances still there for sure later in the day. Flooding, obviously. This is a look at where we're looking for storms. As we have the tails of Cristobal moving north. And then Cristobal's going to end up hanging out in Canada. So he went from Mexico to Canada. He's crossed a lot of borders. I got great sleep, Devin. Oh my God. I don't know. I had these old fashions that they said they had a new bartender, and I only had a couple of them. And my wife drives, don't worry. It's our Sunday tradition. But man, I was out like a light. Slept good. So, yeah, when you get to yes, we got, this daytime heating, a little bit of sunshine is going to fuel these things. And we can look at some future radar here. Let's take a look at future radar. Terry, yep, needed to So it's going to Wisconsin to get some curds. And then it's going to end up in Canada. And my sprinklers are on. I'm that guy everybody laughs at. They're like, Boylan's got the damn sprinklers on. Hey, Devin, yeah. I had an email from a guy named Michael that lives in Yucatan, Mexico. And he, I shared it. He said that it was the strongest 50-mile-an-hour tropical storm he can remember. So, yeah, a lot of people are saying it was, sometimes we see tropical storms and they say they have winds, but they really don't have the winds. It's odd. This one had 50-mile-an-hour winds, but it definitely felt more. I don't know how it's possible. Most of the time, we get 50-mile-an-hour tropical storms. People say it was a joke. It was nothing. Well, it was, pretty hefty little tropical storm. Carl, yeah, there. I did see some reports of flooding down in the Yucatan, deaths, unfortunately. I mean, 20, 30, 40 inches of rain. Definitely not good. So, but anyway, here's the rains. Later today, look at we can still have some rains predicted throughout Florida here. We got these tails come up around Louisiana, obviously pulling northward. Developing against Louisiana. Somebody asked when we first started our little show here, coneheads. Yeah, we're coneheads. They're cheeseheads. Coneheads. I know. I got to get a little graphic. I'm gonna put a little graphic somewhere. Our coneheads. But look at this. Developing storms later today. This afternoon. So all this energy now coming off of the Gulf. So this is, estimated noontime. We could have another round of storms through Florida. We could have more tails coming around in Louisiana. And look at that, all this stuff throughout the day. It's 6 o'clock tonight. Spinach, pulling north. So it's gonna be off and on storms. We still have leftover juice hanging out here, in Florida. And then overnight, look at that. It's overnight. Could have some rains pulling north through Mississippi again. So you guys had a lot of weather in Mississippi. We had that little storm a couple of days ago come south. Now you got storm going north. So, yeah. Could be interesting. This is late tonight. This is 6 p.m. tonight. So, not over yet. At all. So, anything else? King Conehead. Yeah, man, it came right for you. Let's see. Elaine, what's up? Kyle. Yeah, Kyle, you're right. Pressure on this guy was pretty low. It was larger system. That's why the surge was a little higher than expected. Or not. It was predicted correctly. But a lot of people probably didn't think they were going to get 3 to 5 foot surge because we've had storms they predicted surge and they didn't get surge. So this, bigger, lower pressure systems tend to push a lot of water, and this one pushed a lot of water. There you go, Casper. That'd be cool. What's up, Christina? So, all right. Looks good. That's about it. Anything else? Yep, June 19th. Yeah, Claude, what's cooking? Kind of been hitting that. Yep. We'll have to see. This general area down here is where we've been watching. Everyone's a little different, but here's June 18th. This is midweek next week. This is what's showing up. Nothing solid yet, but we could have the lingering frontal lowering pressures with obviously merging with a tropical wave, and that's usually how these things start this time of year. So just kind of casually watching this area next week. Over the weekend, we could start seeing more and more model support, but timing of this spot would be early next week if it was to materialize. And if you look at climatology speaking, this is kind of where they start in June. Look, here's June. Look at that. Right on schedule. Right. All right, cool. Hey, Lane. Yep. Flooded. Yeah, you got Louis Don. There you go. Sneaky. Hey, Danielle. Nope. Let's see. That's it. So, all right, cool. Well, we'll do it again tomorrow. Big thanks to everybody again for being fans of the site. And I got some more coffee here. I'm going to put in my cup. Cold coffee. And don't forget, American Woman Coffee, they sent me a cool little gift pack. So I'm going to have to dig out my old coffee cup. Next hurricane, we'll drink that. Stay safe from Rona. What's up, Bobby? Yeah, we should get some hats. Anybody watch NASCAR last night? I didn't. A little bit. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it, buddy. Nice flag there. Looks good. Thank you, Betty. Going to Google what? What are we Googling? Hey, thank you, Andrea. Hey, I don't know. I guess people like it. You can get, the only guilt I have is I can't do it 24 hours a day. I feel like I let everybody down last night again because I went to bed and I wake up panicked. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't post since 7 o'clock at night. People are probably hating me right now. Christina, you got to get a new cup? Yeah, we can do a cup. This coffee isn't doing it for me. Hey, today, so we pick up Louis' little brother today. That's our news. Kind of a little graduation gift for the girls for graduating 8th and 5th grade. And Emily graduated on a roll all year long. Had Dean's List a few times, so we're proud of her. And Louis needs a little buddy, a little camping buddy. So, yeah, Misha, yeah, brain gets you get wrapped up in these things. I had a great time storm chasing though the other night. Oh my goodness. Took off. Actually, I was underneath the. Let me find it here. I was underneath the tornado here in Pinellas County. It really wasn't that bad. It looks like it touched just past me. So I was chasing, and then I decided to go over the Skyway. I'm looking for a picture here real quick. So then I went over the Skyway, and then I started going north on I-4. Why is my photos not showing up? Where is my photos? My photos. I don't know. I thought I posted it. Let me look. I'm looking at a different screen here, and I'll show you what's going on here. I didn't post the other one. Huh. Well, here's one. Here's one of them. So I was underneath this one. This is in Pinellas County. And then I took off and went chasing for the one in Orlando, and I was underneath that one, driving. I was trying to get in front of the squall line, and everybody knows I love NASCAR and racing, so I was watching it on my. And everybody asks how the phone. That phone was that picture. I have a little magnet mount, and the way I took the photo, you couldn't see the suction mount on the windshield. So it was sitting there. It looked like it was hovering. I gotta find the picture now because now I'm rambling on. But anyway, so it was the weirdest thing because I got in front of the storm in Claremont. I was so excited. That's when I did that first video, like going underneath the shelf cloud. So I pulled over at 27 and got in front of it. Here's the picture. And then I jumped in the car. I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna go chase it some more. So then I thought I clicked it. What the hell's going on here? Hold on a second. There's all my photos I posted. Somewhere in here is my tornado picture, and I can't find it. I just had the damn thing up here. Where did it go? It's gone. Let me look again. Timeline photos. So anyway, so I got in the car and I'm driving and I'm trying to find the front of the storm. And I got, this is because it's not timeline. It was a mobile photo. So I got to go to mobile uploads. That's right, because I did it on the interstate. So anyway, I can never get in front of it. So this storm was moving so fast that I kept getting like on the edge of the boundary of the squall line that came through Orlando, which ultimately went to the other coast. But I could never get on the other side because I-4 goes north. You can see right here, the blue line's I-4. So I almost got to the front of the line, and I wanted to film it coming in. Well, then I-4 went north, and the storm's going northeast. So it was passing me. And then I got back going to Longwood, and then I headed out to Deltona, and I was like right there. I'm like, I got to stop. I got to go home. Yeah, Michelle, the floating phone. The coolest thing, though, is like magnetic. I got a little magnetic thing on the backside. It's a little mount. This is the coolest thing ever. See the magnet? That's a magnet. And it's a cool little thing there. So next time I'm going to film a video. Amy, yeah, the broadcast wasn't the best, but yeah, I'm learning. I'm an amateur storm chaser, social meteorologist turned social meteor storm chaser. Real rain gauges, Mike. Real time in Cape Coral. That's interesting. Maybe Weather Underground. Go to Weather Underground. And look at the sensor network. You might be able to just spy on somebody's backyard. How do you get to it, though? Let's see. So you go to... So we want to go to Wonder Map. Let's see. There we go. So you click on Wonder Map. So you go to Weather Underground, click Wonder Map, and you can actually link to. You can click on these are everybody's individual weather stations. These are, and where's mine at? Here's mine. Where do I live? Why is mine not showing? Where are we at here? Oh, there I am. That's me. Look, right here. There's my weather station. 82 out. So anyway, click on it. I don't know if it's live though. See, I don't know how live it is. So there's a graph. There's my station. You can click on it. So I would try that. I think you have access to a lot of data on these little weather stations. So give that a shot, if that makes sense. Yeah, Whitney, it's kind of cool, man. There you go, Sheila. Good point. So that, and then I have a good link here with just history, right underneath the radar. Or see, I need to move that one too. Here we go. So where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. NOAA Rainfall Map. So you can click on that one and zoom in at least if you want more real-time data of who got what. And the overlay is kind of hard. You have to. There's a overlay slide here, so you can see where like that. See right here, Swanee River, and then you go to that, and you can see that's why they closed Interstate 10. Look. Right here's Interstate 10, and we had 10 inches plus fall right here, just south of the Florida-Georgia line, south of Valdosta. So this is a cool tool. It's a 24-hour rain map. NOAA has it. You can do the last 7 days. You can set it to whatever you want. You don't have to do 7 days. You can do, but like I said, the only thing that's tough is the overlay. You can change your overlay a little better and kind of get an idea. Here's that heavy rain that they had down in Sarasota, Bradenton. 10 to 15 inches of rain. The Sarasota, see it? So they had to close. They had flash flooding warnings in Bradenton and Sarasota because of this. 10 to 15 inches here in a week, but it was impressive. Sarah, yep. Zoom. So anyway, that's cool. All right. Well, I could chat all day, but I got to get back to real work. I do have another job. So what else cooking? Last minute goodies. If I can say hey real quick. The governor said a lot of things are closed today. I don't think Florida. I'm not talking about Florida. So my long-term worry is that Talladega is our annual tradition, and I'm hoping we get to go, man. Hey, Gail, you're welcome. Peace out. What's up? No, Tammy, I do a lot of computer work. Work for a search engine company. I can work from home and do some query work. And there you go. I used to I went to USF for marketing, so my brain's always thinking marketing. Obviously, that's why I post my shirt stuff a lot. Buy a shirt. I got to spoil my kids. I got to buy them a new Frenchie. I remember that, Mirtha. That was not a good day. I was young. I remember driving over the bridge. I remember driving over that damn bridge, and I remember how narrow it was, and I remember them building a new bridge and seeing it construct, and what a fascinating piece of our history here, living in Tampa. Thank you, Kathy. There you go, Carla. Yep, I've always, and the job, the story. So when I got out of college, I grew up racing radio control cars as a hobby, and I got out of college, and I got a small business loan with the help of my mom and dad, and I opened up a hobby shop in Tampa, and it was pretty successful, and I had it several years, and it was good. And I started this one big event, and it's going on the 27th year. I still do it. It's in Orlando now. But I've got to become friends with Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, bunch of NASCAR geniuses. Jeff Curtis, big engineer at Danny Stockman, good friend of mine now. He's a crew chief over at Kyle Busch Motorsports. So it was a great hobby, and I slowly got out of it and got more into computers and working at home, and did some website work. Still do work websites for a couple of clients. But the story of the search engine job is, and it's a company called Lionbridge. It's a great company, actually. If anybody needs a job to work at home. So when Emily started going to preschool, I found myself bored. And I was like, I got to find a job now. Because I was taking care of her at home, So anyway, I found Lionbridge, and they have a lot of IT type jobs. And join our team. There we go. Join our team. Current job openings. They have a lot. So they used to have a map. But anyway. Let's see if it pops up. I don't go to this website. But they have a lot of. Just scroll around it. It's great. I've been there a lot of years. It's fun. But I'm on a search engine team that we actually are part of the brains behind search engines. So when you type something up that you want to see, it comes up number one. So anyway. That's it. Kevin Harvick, 24. So I was a big Earnhardt fan, and I got drunk with Tony Stewart a few times. Check this out. Actually, if I just type it up, I had the image. Let's see. It'll probably pop up. There's me growing up. There's me there. But we actually raced RC cars together. But so this is probably my most funniest story of my life. People that know me know I like to sleep when I drink too much. And so Tony he had us all stay over, and he owned this restaurant, and we got drunk, and I fell asleep, and he photobombed me. So that's my claim to fame. That pose all my friends have seen few times. So that was fun. And it was neat. The other just 2 years ago, I got to talk to him at Daytona, and he talked about Emily's softball. He's like, he must read Facebook, because he's like, oh, your daughter playing softball. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But anyway, that's it. So, all right, well, you all be great. We're going to keep this going every day, so I'll see you tomorrow. We'll calm down on the weather and watch what Cristobal does the next few hours. If we get any storms to worry about, definitely be alert, as the tale of Cristobal is now the story. So, hey, Don, I'll show pictures of the puppy. Hopefully it all goes good. We don't have a puppy name yet. The girls are fighting over Max. I like Lefty. I like Lefty and Louie. Leroy was on the list. Emily wants Stitch. So it's Louie and Stitch. My wife wants Max. What's the other one they got? They got another one. But I think we're just going to wait and see its personality and go from there, Hey, Sandra Tybee. Yep, I know where that's at. We were just up that neck of the woods to Savannah before all the world closed. I like Lefty. Yeah, I like Stitch. Hey, what's up, Jim? Have a great day. Hey, I figured that one out. Hagged. Kane. That's funny, Cindy. I mentioned that too. Louie and Kane. But we'll see. All right, well, y'all have a great day. I'm in a rambling mood. I better stop. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.